Hello. Hope everybody's all right. Drop me a thumbs up or a comment when you get here. I'm hoping that. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I found your comments now. Hi, Alison. I'm afraid I've added to my page that I put on the blog this morning, because I just, it had completely passed me by that it said on this side of the page, when you see a cloud. So I thought I better add some clouds. Hi, Moira. Yeah, so there's a bit extra on the page, and then I put some faux stitching around the words. So there's a bit extra on the page than there was on the blog this morning. But that's the joy of art journaling, isn't it? If you want to add a bit extra, you can do. So are we all right? Is everybody feeling okay? And I don't know about you, but we've had the sun out here today. It's been a beautiful day. I think I've got quite a time lag, so you'll have to bear with me if I ask you a question and then I don't respond to what you answer. There's 3 of us watching so far, so hopefully there'll be a few more in a minute. Yeah, it's been beautiful, hasn't it? We had fog first thing, Moira, but not past about 11 o'clock, I think. It had gone by about 11. So I think I'm probably going to use the same colours again that I used on this, because I do love this week's palette. It's fabulous. The other thing I'm going to use is some of the stamps that are in the flash sale. So if you haven't had a look already, there's some of the faces. Hi, Kim. There's some of the faces. There's some of the Doodle Art houses. This one and Rainbow View, I think it is. So there's a Sky Terrace, this one. There's also the mandalas, the Doodle Art mandalas set 2. Hi, Maxine. Yeah, so I thought I'd use some of those stamps today, and they are an absolute bargain at £5 a set. So if you haven't got them, it's definitely worth having a look. Now that doesn't surprise me, Moira. Have I said hi, Maxine? I can't remember if I have or not. Hi, Maxine. Right, shall I get started? I was just, I thought I'd leave that out to show you, and then this page underneath here, this has got Rainbow View on it, which I think is the one I'm going to use today. It's funny, since I started working in my little journal, I've not really used the Doodle Art houses, and it's silly because they do fit. So yeah, I'm going to use that one. So I'll pop that that journal away, actually the other journal that I got out is just to show you another example. There's another example, look. So Sky Terrace, that one isn't in the sale. I think that one's sold out completely, but yeah, there's another page for you. And then there's another one too, not far in. Where are we? Here we go. So this one was stamped on book pages 2. There. So I'll put those to one side, and I'm going to use one of the pages out of here. And I think I'm just going to go a bit closer to the front. Okay. And to save a bit of time, I've already stamped and cut out the house, so you don't have to. I'll let you into a little secret. It's to make sure it fit on the page. So I thought I'd do a bit of prep today. I've also got out the Doodle Art Mandala 2 because these are really handy for doing backgrounds with. So I thought I'd do the background with these. Oops, sorry, I'm wobbling about a bit. And then I will do colouring this to match. Yep. So let's do some background first. So I think I'm going to use the same colours of ink that I used on the other page. So I've got mustard seed, carved pumpkin, peacock feathers, picked raspberry, and villainous potion. Okay, now let me just move those back out of the way again a minute, because oh, thank you for doing that, Alison. Yes, I spotted that earlier. Yeah, I want to make sure I keep that in the frame, so I've just moved them out of the way for the time being. I think we'll have another rainbowy type background. I think this time I'm gonna do it sort of rainbow shaped. So start off with the pink in the middle at the bottom. And then we'll go on to the purple. So this is Villainous Potion. Yeah, so as we're doing, I'll be using all Doodle Art stamps. This would be an ideal opportunity to mention the challenge, which Alison obviously read my mind at that. So yes, we'll be looking for anything that uses Doodle Art stamps. Please excuse me if I'm wobbling you a bit. My arm thing that holds my phone isn't quite as secure as it used to be. I don't know what's happened, but it's just not quite as tight. It seems to have loosened up. Right, so we'll go for yellow, so mustard seed next. I might go a little bit wider with the yellow. I'm not getting all the comments today. Definitely not getting all the comments today. Hi Kaylee. I haven't seen. All I've had is that Kaylee's watching, so. Right, I'm looking for my orange sponge and I don't know where it's disappeared to. I hope that's a blue one. It's got to be here somewhere because I used it yesterday. That's strange. No, it's vanished. Let's have a quick look. No, it's not the other side of the table either. Okay. Right, I shall have to use a different sponge. I've got two yellow ones, it's okay, I'll use this one. Oh yes, Doodle Art bees, they're good. There we go. I think that's a thorough covering of ink there, isn't it? Yeah, so just in case you want a reminder of the colours that I've used, it's carved pumpkin, mustard seed, peacock feathers, villainous potion, and picked raspberry. Okay, so I'm going to use just thinking, I'm going to use a inkable, a tag inkable. So this is from set 1. This is the arrows, and I'm going to give it a spray with water, which I'll do off camera because I don't want to get everything wet. And then I'm just going to turn it over on the page, and then I'm going to use, not going to use the cloth I used yesterday because it's filthy now. I'm just going to dab on like that, leave it for a few seconds, and then pull that off. And then I'll find a dry bit and just dab the surface water off. There we go. And I think I'm going to do the same thing again at the other side. Thanks for putting the links on, Alison. So I'll give that a little bit of a waft with the heat tool. So dry it off. Hi Angela. I think Facebook is being a bit of a pain again, because I don't think I'm seeing all the comments. Oh, thanks Maxine. It's one of those that I use stencils like this probably as much as I use stencils to ink through now. It's like faux bleaching technique. It's just nice. Okay, so next I've got the these are the Doodle Art Mandala 2. Obviously you get the coloured in version of the thing, and I'm going to use a couple of the smaller mandalas to add some stamping over, and I don't want it to be too bold, so because I think if I did it in black it would just look too much. Oh, thanks for joining us, Lynn. I know it's yeah, I don't know what's going on with Facebook today, but it is definitely not behaving itself. Right, so I've got two of the slightly smaller ones, and I think I'm going to use Versifying Clair, and I think I'm going to go for Barley Blue, which will blend in with the, it's sort of a, we'll try that and see. Might be that I swap to a different one. Maybe even the, what's that, pink? Oh no, that's, I was thinking maybe Hawthorn Rose, maybe one of those two. I'll see. I'll try this one first. I mean, the other possibility is the Warm Breeze, but I think that's a bit deep, so I'm going to go with this one. Okay, so Barley Blue. And just move that to the bottom at the other side. There we go. I'm going to go stamp it in the middle, and then I've got as many of the colours as I can put it over just to see if it works. Oh yeah, I like that. That's good. I mean, with some of these, obviously the house is going to get stuck over the top of it, so it doesn't matter if it doesn't stamp perfectly. So when Bev originally designed the mandalas, she said that she was expecting us all to use them as background stamps, and instead we did use them quite a lot for focal images. You know, we didn't really use them a great deal for backgrounds at the time, but they're great for both, because you can cut various bits out, you can turn them into like 3D type things. I think I did a Christmas decoration with one of them. this is the point where I might end up going off camera a bit, because I'm just trying to get a decent image on the thin side of the journal. There we go, that worked. I need to get my fingers underneath it, so please excuse me if I do go off. Oh, you've got World Book Day. Oh, bless you. I think I once made a huge mistake as far as book characters were concerned, in that I wore a wolf onesie that was very furry, and it was also, we were looking at traditional stories, so I did baking gingerbread men in a wolf onesie. Was it the, I think it was the gingerbread one. Oh, that wasn't very good. That's all right. Whichever's the worst will determine where this goes. There we go, look, I can cover it up. Yeah, I cooked. I found some pictures of some of the costumes that Megan and I made together as well. Evening, Julia. We there was a Pingu costume that we made. I think the one that caused me the most stress was Elma, but it was nothing to do with the fact that Elma the elephant. It was the fact that I'd got Ofsted in at school and I was still making costumes for Meg's book day. Because I refused to buy them from the supermarket. Right, so I'm reasonably happy with that. Oops, sorry, I'm wobbling the table again. What am I like? So that, yeah, that'll do for me background, I think. I might add a bit of a border around in a bit, but it'll do for the minute. So I am using Rainbow View, which again is in the flash sale, and you get the house, and then you get an extra chimney and some stars and a heart and the tree. Yeah, so I'm using that one. And I think, as that was where the least successful stamping was, I'm going to put my house in there. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave, I'm going to paint the roof, I'm going to paint the window frames, and paint the door and the bricks. But I'm going to leave the cream part cream. Okay, so I'm going to use the same inks to colour it in. So that's carved pumpkin, mustard seed, oh blimey, yeah, I can imagine Julia with the, yeah, Mrs. Christmas in a in a hospital. It would be much like my wolf whilst I was baking. Hi, Katrina. Villainous potion and then picked raspberry. I might need a bit more than is on there. I think actually, looking at some, I think my peacock feathers needs re-inking, but I don't think I've got a re-inker for that one. I have for the regular distress, but not the distress oxide. So, right, what shall I do? I think I'm going to do the window frames in peacock feathers. And I'm going to need some more in a minute. Definitely. Sorry, I've gone quiet. Always happens when I'm doing something that I'm concentrating on. That's better, that's a bit bolder. Okay. Right. Now the front door, I think we'll have that in the purple. So it's Villainous Potion for the front door. Then I'm going to do some orange for the bricks. Yeah, so the flash sale finishes tonight at midnight. So if you want any of the stamps that are in there, make sure you get them. It would be good if you helped Bev and Sam make a bit of room, because there are new stamps coming. And we are very excited, aren't we, Alison? They are beautiful. Yeah. More than that, I'm not going to say. But I think you're going to like them. I think you're going to like them a lot. Right. I think I'm going to... I don't want to take too long over colouring it in. But I'm going to do like a stripy roof. Oh, hi, Bev. That sounds a bit complicated to me, that does. Yeah. I've had to put everything away to do me live, but they will be coming straight back out again afterwards because they are beautiful, the new stamps. Bev, am I allowed to say save the date? Or not yet? I think I need some more picked raspberry. Okay. Right, so yes, save the date next Tuesday. Next Tuesday. So that's the 10th, I believe. The 10th of March. And you're going to love them. You just are. Because they are superb. I've just realised I made a mistake there. Look, I left 2 rows. I'll have to colour that row in a different colour. I might do 3 of a different colour anyway. So I'll do yellow on the bottom ones. 2. 3. I think I'll have a bit more villainous potion. I'll use this up first. Don't know about that. It's not being different enough from the picked raspberry for my liking, that. So middle bit of the roof is going to be orange instead. Oh, pre-order, yes. Yeah, that sounds good. Might have a little bit more of the purple. I've not had a huge amount of time to play with mine yet, but I've got about 4 things multitasking. I've got 4 things in production that aren't quite finished yet. Oh yeah, I love them. Right, just one more bit of purple up at the top there. There we go. I'll just clean this off, she says. I'll just make a big smudge on my mat. There we go. So, what do we think? Is that looking all right? I think I'm just going to add a little bit more so peacock feathers along this bottom bit here. Right, that's that done. And then I'm going to stick it on there with some matte medium. There we go. Now, do we think it needs some more stamping in the background, or do we think that's enough? And does it need a border? What do we think? That's not the right folder. Right, I was going to look for a sentiment. Yeah, that's not the right folder either. I'm sure I brought. Oh, it's there. I was going to say, I knew I brought the right folder over here. So this is the folder with the faces in it, and it's also got these words. So there's no one is perfect. That's why pencils have erasers. Take your dreams seriously. So these are in the flash sale, and so are these. So you only live once. If you get it right, that's all you need. When someone says you can't do it twice, then take pictures. I'm going to go for that one, I think. Right. So I'm just having a look. Does that stand out enough if I just stamp it in black on that side? I think it does, doesn't it? especially if I go on the orange and yellow. So I might have it up there. And that means I've got to definitely stamp it perfectly, but that's okay. I'm sure I can manage it. And if it doesn't work with this sort of thing, you can always stamp it on tissue and stick the tissue on over the top. But it should do, because it's fairly flat and solid, the book at this point. Right, hopefully that's inked everything all right. I'm going to go in this top bit here. Hi, Barbara. There we go. So I just feel it needs something extra. So do we go for a little tree, or I don't know. Look, we've got a tree, we've got the clouds. There's another tree, I believe. There's the houses. No, not that folder. This folder. No, that's Journaling Essentials. Oh, there they are. So this tree, we could have 3 of those across there, couldn't we? I think I'm just going to stamp them straight on the page. I might decide later to like stick one over the top as well, but I don't know. We'll try it and see. I think my chair's getting creakier. Right, here we go. So I'll go for one sort of in the middle. And then one there. I've started using some of the transparencies from the stamp sets just to see if stuff will fit, because I was convinced that the houses would be too big to fit in this journal, and I was wrong. So there we go. So let's go back to the one that's on the blog. So that one is the one that's on the blog. And I did add 3 clouds on there, and a bit of faux stitching around the sentiment. And then this one is the one that I've done tonight. And I still don't know. I'm thinking I might do a bit of faux stitching around this one, a bit of white faux stitching maybe. I'll have a think about it and see. But thank you very much for joining me. Don't forget to go and grab your bargains from the flash sale, because it's only till midnight tonight, I believe, isn't it, Bev? I've got a feeling that it finishes at midnight, so go and grab those bargains, because they won't be around for much longer. And we will see you again very soon with news of more new things. Okay, yes, I'm so excited about the new stamps. Can't wait to show you. All right, thanks for joining me then, and take care, and I will see you again soon. Bye.